Scavenging is a lonely job. Most animals would rather kill for their food than be seen dead eating from a carcass. And there's one animal that takes the cake when it comes to scavenging, the cleverest scavenger in the wild, the jackal. Hi, and welcome to Animal Logic. Today we're talking about the jackal, the cleverest scavenger in the wild. But first, do you know where your food goes when you throw it out? It doesn't just magically disappear. In many cities, it gets picked up by local wildlife, like raccoons and possums. But what if you could get your discarded food without having to share it with these less desirable animals? You can if you live in India, Nepal, Pakistan, and parts of Africa and the Middle East, where the clever scavenger known as the jackal lives. These guys will happily make themselves at home in human habitats like towns and cities, where they can easily find food in garbage dumps or even your kitchen garbage. Jackals are in the Canidae family, which means they're related to wolves, foxes, and domestic dogs. The name jackal comes from the Hindi word for the animal, which means something that goes with a laugh. This refers to their cackling, laughing call, which sounds like a series of yips and yaps. There are 4 different species of jackal, and all 4 have this signature bark. Jackals aren't picky eaters, and they'll eat just about anything they can find. They have even been documented eating the carcasses of animals that died from snake bites, even though snakes are known to be poisonous. This suggests that jackals might be immune to some types of snake venom. If this is true, it could be because they regularly eat poisonous toads as part of their diet. Toads often accumulate small amounts of venom from snakes that try to eat them. So by eating the toad, the jackal ingests the antivenom and becomes immune to the poison. Since jackals eat a lot of other animals that die from snake bites, this immunity helps protect them from being poisoned by secondary snake bites. Pretty clever. In addition to eating meat, jackals also like to snack on fruit, making them an omnivore. Although they prefer meat, they will happily munch on fallen fruit like mangoes, guavas, and bananas. Sometimes their scavenging takes them to farms, where they'll happily gobble up the remains of a freshly slaughtered animal. And in more rural areas, they'll happily hunt and kill prey like deer, pigs, and monkeys. Jackals are even known to attack tigers and leopards, although they usually only target cubs or sick, old, or injured adults. Jackals are scavengers, but they are also quite the opportunists. They've even been known to steal food from other animals. For example, in India, there have been cases of jackals stealing fish from the nests of Indian spotted eagles. In some cases, the jackal will simply wait until the eagle leaves its nest and then grab the fish and run away. Other times, they've been men known to simply walk up to an eagle's nest and grab the fish right out of its mouth. It's not uncommon for a jackal to carry off prey twice as large as itself, and they have been known to take down prey as large as an ox. Even though they are smaller than wolves, jackals hunt in packs like wolves. But their pack sizes are much smaller, usually consisting of no more than 8 members. Like wolves, they have a complex communication system and use a combination of scent marking, vocalizations, and visual cues to communicate with each other. In some ways, you could say that jackals are the wolf's best friend. They live in similar habitats, eat the same types of foods, and even live in packs. But don't let that fool you. Wolves are much more powerful predators than jackals are, and will happily kill and eat jackals. Jackals are smart enough to know this, and in some cases they avoid wolves by simply running away. In other cases, they do something else, something incredible. In some cases, they'll simply urinate on the wolf's food, forcing the wolf to leave the area. And although it sounds gross, it actually works. Wolves don't want to be anywhere near a jackal's urine, which smells like cat urine, probably because jackals are in the same family as cats. When a jackal pees on something, it's basically saying, "This is mine, so stay away." Wolves respect this, and will often move to a new hunting ground instead of sticking around and fighting the jackal for its food. So remember, next time you throw something out, don't be surprised if you hear a knock on your door. It might be the clever scavenger who goes with a laugh, the jackal. That's all for this episode. See you next time.